Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Nuta, the Crochet World, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment on my videos. And today we're going to do this beautiful pattern for a basket, and I've used my t-shirt yarn for this one, for this particular basket, and this is a smaller basket and I've used 6 mm of the hook. So let's begin. Okay, so here it is. I have my t-shirt yarn and this is my 6 mm of the hook, and now I'm gonna make a magic circle here. Now for the magic circle, if you don't know how to do a magic circle, just put your yarn around your fingers like this and put the other strand of yarn at the back, make an X here and put your yarn in this position. Now take your hook and insert your hook in this way and grab the second strand of yarn through the first strand of yarn and just put it in this way, and this is your magic circle. Now I'm going to chain up one here, and now this chain one is not a stitch. I've made this chain one only to secure this magic circle, and I'm not going to count this chain one as a stitch. And now I'm going to insert my hook into this magic circle. We'll grab the yarn and we'll make single crochet. So yarn over and pull your yarn through both the loops, and this is my first single crochet, and I'm going to need 6 single crochets into this magic circle. So this is my first single crochet, and 2, 3, and here it is. I have my 6 single crochets for round number 1. Now I'm going to pull my string of yarn a little bit. Remember, I'm not making it too tight. I'm just pulling it a little bit closer. I will make it tight, but I will do it later on, only because I want to understand this stitches from my round number 1. So now, as we have made our this 6 single crochets for the round number 1, for the round number 2, I'm going to insert my hook here. I'm not going to insert my hook on this stitch, on this first single crochet, but I will insert my hook here. So here you will find your 2 strand of yarn like this. It's here. You can find it from the back side. So your hook should be in this position, and I will grab my yarn and I'm going to have my 2 loops on my hook. Now I'm going to yarn over and pull it through both the loops, and this is my first single crochet for my round number 2. And here I'm going to put my stitch marker so that I will remember that this is the first stitch of my round number 2. Now we're going to again insert our hook into that same space, the same space where we have made our first single crochet. So insert your hook again into that same space here and grab your yarn, make another single crochet here. And now we are going to have 2 single crochets on each stitch from the previous round. So we're going to have 12 single crochets on this round. So now if you can see the second stitch, you will find your space somewhere here, and if you will turn your work, you will understand the stitch position, and this is my hook where it should come out like this. And now I'm going to grab my yarn. We'll make another 2 single crochets here, so it's 1, and at the same space, that's the second one. And I'm going to do the exactly same thing for my third stitch. So I'm going to insert my hook here so that it will come out from here at the back, from here at the back, and I will do another 2 single crochets, and by the end of this round I'm going to have my 12 single crochets. Now I'm going to meet you after that and keep on doing this. And here it is. After my round number 2, my work looks like this, and I finished my 12 single crochets. And now for the round number 3, we're going to take out the stitch marker take out the stitch marker, and again insert your hook into that same space here. As this is our first stitch, we're going to find our space somewhere here. Yes, and it looks like this. And now grab your yarn and make your first single crochet for round number 3. This, put your stitch marker back on, and now we're going to go to the second stitch. Remember, on the first stitch we have made only 1 single crochet, and now for the second stitch we're going to do our 2 single crochets on this stitch. So here it is. Grab your yarn and make your 2 single crochets. And now we're going to repeat our this pattern. So we're going to do 1 single crochet, and then we're going to do 2 single crochets. So 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochets. And by the end of this round, we're going to have our 18 single crochets. And I'm going to meet you after this round, round number 3. Remember to do 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochets. Then 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochets. Okay, so after my round number 3, my work looks like this, and I've finished up my 18 stitches. Now you can pull this loose end if you want to. So pull this loose end a little bit tight. So the circle will be closed and the bottom will look like this. Now for round number 4, take out your stitch marker and again insert your hook here. This way, grab your yarn over and pull your yarn, and that's going to be a first single crochet for round number 4. Put your stitch marker back on. And now we are going to do 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochets. So insert your hook into the next stitch. Grab your yarn and do your another single crochet, and into the next stitch we're going to do 2 single crochets. So 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochets. And by the end of this round, round number 4, we're going to have our 24 single crochets, and I'm going to meet you after round number 4. Okay, so after my round number 4, my work looks like this, and I have finished my 24 single crochets. Now for round number 5, take out a stitch marker and insert your hook into your first stitch here. Grab your yarn, make your first single crochet, and put your stitch marker back on. And now for the second stitch, insert your hook, make your second single crochet here. And for the third stitch, we're going to do 1 more single crochet. So for the 3 stitches, we're going to do 1 single crochet on each stitch, and for the 4th stitch, we're going to do 2 single crochet on that 1 stitch. And we are going to repeat this pattern until the end of this round. So 3 single crochets and then 2 single crochet on 1 stitch, and by the end of this round we're going to have our 30 single crochets, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. Remember, for 3 stitches we're going to do 1 single crochet on each stitch, and on the 4th stitch we're going to do 2 single crochets, and by the end of this round we're going to have our 30 single crochets. And here it is at the end of my round number 5. I have my 30 single crochets, and for round number 6 I'm going to take out my stitch marker and will insert my hook into my first stitch like this. We'll make my first single crochet here. Put a stitch marker back on. And we're going to do another 3 stitches, 1 single crochet on each stitch. So we are going to need, for the 4 stitches, 1 single crochet on each stitch, and then on the 5th stitch we're going to do 2 single crochets. So 1, and now 2, 3, and 4. So 4 stitches. We're going to do 1 single crochet on each stitch, and on the 5th stitch we're going to do 2 single crochets on that 1 stitch, the 5th stitch. So it's 1 and 2, and by the end of this round, round number 6, we're going to have our 36 stitches, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. And here it is. After my round number 6, my 36 stitches are done and my work looks like this. Now here we're going to take out this stitch marker and we're going to insert our hook into this first stitch. We'll grab my yarn, and I'm going to do it in a normal way. I'm not going to make my knitted stitch here. So instead of inserting my hook here, I'm going to insert my hook in a normal way, this way, and we'll grab my yarn. We'll make a slip stitch here like this and chain 1. Now this chain 1 will count as my first single crochet. So if you want to put your stitch marker back on, you can put your stitch marker back on. And now we're going to turn our work, and here on the second stitch we're going to do our single crochet back loop only. So insert your hook into this single crochet like this into this back loop. Instead of inserting our hook like this, we're going to insert our hook this way and grab your yarn and make your single crochet, and that's going to be your second single crochet. And we keep on doing this 1 single crochet on each stitch, back loop only, and I'm going to meet you after this round, and you're going to have your 36 single crochet including this chain 1. So keep on doing 1 single crochet on each stitch, back loop only. And here it is. I have my 36 single crochets, back loop only for this round, and we'll just do my stitches this way. And now I'm going to take out this stitch marker from my chain 1, and we'll insert my hook here, just like as we have done before. I'm going to insert my hook here because now we are again going to start doing our knitted stitch. So just grab your yarn in this way, make your first single crochet for your second round, put your stitch marker back on. And now from here, as we have done this round number 7, for this round number 8 and for round number 9, we are going to do 1 single crochet on each stitch, and by the end of every round we are going to have our 36 single crochets, and we are going to do this knitted stitch. So just like before, insert your hook in between this 2 space like this, grab your yarn and do your single crochet, and keep on doing your single crochets, 1 single crochet on each stitch, and I'm going to meet you after my round number 9. Remember, this is round number 7, and right now we are doing round number 8 and another round number 9, and I'm going to meet you after my round number 9. Okay, so here it is. I have finished my round number 9, and now for the round number 10, my work looks like this. And now for the round number 10, we're going to take out this stitch marker and we will go down here. Now remember, we are not going to work on this stitch, the next stitch. Instead of working on this stitch, we will go down here. Now here you can find your V's here on our round number 7. Remember, this is our round number 9 and this is round number 8 and this is our round number 7. So on our round number 7 you can find this V's here. Now we are going to insert our hook into this first stitch like this, and we'll grab our yarn like this, and it's going to be a longer yarn. So stretch out your yarn, now yarn over and pull your yarn through both your loops, and that's going to be your first stitch of your round number 10. and that's going to be your longer single crochet. Now if you want, you can put your stitch marker back on, although you will understand that which one is your first stitch, but for the safety, I'm going to put my stitch marker back on. So this is my first single crochet for round number 10. Again, we will go to the next stitch and we will find our next V here. So this is our next V. So insert your hook into that V on round number 7 and grab your yarn and take your yarn, stretch your yarn a little bit longer. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through both your loops, and that's your another longer single crochet. Again, into the third stitch, we're going to do the same thing. And keep on repeating this pattern. And by the end of this round, round number 10, we're going to have our 36 longer single crochets, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. Okay. After my round number 10, my work looks like this. Now, here, as I finish my 36 stitches, I'm going to take out my stitch marker. And now here, I'm going to insert my hook again into this 2 strain of yarn here, like this. And it will come out this way, just as what we have done before. And I'll do my first single crochet here. And for this round, round number 11, we are going to do 1 single crochet on each stitch. And remember, we are going to do our knitting stitch here, knitted stitch here. So keep on doing 1 single crochet on each stitch, and you're going to end up having your 36 single crochets for this round, round number 11. And I'm going to meet you at the end of this round. And here it is after my round number 11. My work looks like this. And here now we're going to take out the stitch marker for our last round, round number 12. So take out the stitch marker, and we are now going to insert our hook into this stitch here. So insert your hook here, grab your yarn and make a slip stitch here, and that's going to be your first slip stitch. And I'm going to put my stitch marker back on. Again, we're going to insert our hook into our second stitch, grab your yarn and pull your yarn through all your loops, and that's going to be your second slip stitch. And keep on doing 1 slip stitch on each stitch until the end of this round. And by the end of this round, you're going to have your 36 slip stitches. And here it is. After my last round, my work looks like this. And I'm going to take out my stitch marker and we'll cut my yarn. We'll secure this last stitch like this and put your needle on it. Okay, so for your last stitch, as it is here, this is my last stitch. I'm going to insert my needle here on this front loop like this. And now I will insert my needle here on the main stitch on the back loop. And that's it. Your stitches are going to be secure here, and I will insert my needle at the back side, and it's going to look like this. It's all secure. And now put your loose end in, and I'm going to meet you after that. And here it is. It is all done. And I hope you have liked my today's tutorial. If you have liked, please like, share and comment on my videos, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you into the next video. Till then, bye.